Hi, my name is Tracy and I work in the student recruitment team at Kirklees College. Part of my role at college is to arrange with your school, your parent or your guardian for you to come in and have a look at our Springfield Centre and meet some of the key staff members from our Foundation Learning Department. Unfortunately, it's not possible for me to arrange for you to come in, but I know that many of you will be really keen to find out as much as you can about college. I have put together this fun and exciting presentation for you to do as part of your class, with your support worker or at home with your parent or guardian when you have some free time. The presentation will show you what our Springfield Centre looks like, the facilities inside and some fun and exciting activities for you to do along the way. You will see some of our past and current students to give you an idea of what it's like to be one of our students and some of the activities that they do as part of their course. I hope you enjoy the presentation and I hope to see you all very soon. Tracy. To make this presentation a little bit more fun for you, I've hidden some of the images shown on this slide in the presentation, but not on every slide. Please don't worry if you don't manage to spot them all, as your teacher or support worker will help you find them at the end of the presentation. Moving on from school to college can be a big step for some students, but it can also be a very exciting time, as it's a chance to make new friends, meet new tutors and support workers, an opportunity to learn new skills as well as grow in your confidence during your time at our Springfield Centre. The following slides will help you see where our Springfield Centre is, how you get in the building, and you will also see areas which you will use as part of your foundation learning course, as well as other areas within the centre, such as our refectory. You may already know where our Springfield Centre is. Perhaps you have been for a visit before, or you have walked or drove past it with your parent or guardian, or maybe you know a family member who is currently studying at the centre. But for those of you who haven't been or seen the centre, let's take a closer look. Springfield Sixth Form Centre is located just off Bradford Road in Dewsbury. It is located next door to Lidl supermarket and is in easy walking distance or driving distance of Dewsbury Town Centre. For those of you who have never been to our Springfield Sixth Form Centre, this is a recent picture of the centre to give you an idea of what it looks like. Our Springfield Centre has one main entrance, but we do have another area just located near the drop-off point that some of our foundation learning students use to help with their mobility needs. If you are a student who would benefit from having support in the morning to help you get into the college building, help you find your classroom and have someone collect you from your classroom to help you out of the building at home time, we do have a meet and greet service. We have a designated drop-off point for students who have mobility needs so that they can be a little bit closer to the college building and also have more easier access in via the side door to the building, which is located just through the gate shown in this picture. I've put together some photos of college for you to have a look at, as well as some important new signs that you may not have seen before, of some of which you may have noticed already at your current school. Let's take a look. When you come to college, you may notice that we've got some new signs up. The signs might be on the wall or on the floor, and they're there just to help remind you what you need to do whilst you're with us. It might be that we're reminding you to wear your face covering of your mask if you're okay to do so, which direction to walk down the corridor, and whether you need to keep to the left of the corridor. Once you've made your way through the main entrance doors of the Springfield Centre, you will then walk towards the reception area. Reception is just to the right hand side of this photo, and we usually always have a member of staff sat behind reception during the day. You may meet some of our reception staff when you come for a visit or start your college course. Towards the back of this photo, you will notice we have some glass barriers. The next slide will tell you a little bit more about what they are for. When you become a student at Kirklees College or a staff member, you're issued with an ID badge. You would use that ID badge to swipe on the panel so that the gates would open and let you through or out of the building. Let's take a closer look at the barriers. As you can see, there is a designated area for wheelchair users to get through as well, to make it a little bit easier to access in and out of the building. When you start with us at college, you may, as part of your class, go for a little look around college, and you may come across some of the following areas and facilities. Let's take a little look. The refectory is based on the ground floor, not far from our foundation learning corridor. It serves a wide range of hot and cold meals, as well as salads, pastas and sandwiches. You can buy snacks on the counter, such as an apple, banana or something from the breakfast menu perhaps, or use the vending machines for something different. Students can bring in a packed lunch and eat it in the refectory if they wish, but for those of you who couldn't receive free school meals, you can also apply for free college meals through the college bursary system. Let's just take a closer look at what the refectory looks like. The refectory is a large open space with its own food counter, water machine and vending machines. The college runs what we refer to as a staggered lunchtime system. This means that not every department has the same lunchtime slot. Generally speaking, foundation learning will have their lunchtime slot at 12 o'clock. You couldn't tell from the previous picture, but the refectory is a really large space. It has lots of windows for you to look out the window and lots of space and places for you to sit and eat your snacks or your lunch. From time to time, you may need to visit our Learning Resource Centre as part of your class to take out a book or use some of the Learning Resource Centre's facilities. To help you get to the Learning Resource Centre, you might use our lift or stairs depending on your mobility needs. If you're not keen on using a lift, you would just need to let your tutor know at the time. The next slide will show you inside the Learning Resource Centre. For those of you who are not quite sure what I mean by Learning Resource Centre, you will know this is the library at your school. This is the Joe Cox Learning Resource Centre. At school you will know it as a library. We sometimes refer to the centre as the LRC. A member of staff from the LRC is always on hand to help you find books relevant to foundation learning, or to help you find a book you would like to read just as part of a hobby or just for fun. It is used by all of our students to take out books, use the IT facilities as well as print work, and a lot of our students will also use the space for quiet study time. We've had a look at some of the key areas which can be used by all of our students studying at the Springfield Centre, but now it's time to move on and have a look at our foundation learning department. Our Foundation Learning Department is on the ground floor next to main reception. This is a photo of the Foundation Learning Corridor to give you an idea of what it looks like. When you walk down the corridor, you'll see that we've got lots of examples of students' work up on the walls for you to have a look at, as well as some lockers that students put their things in whilst they're in class. The corridor is full of different classrooms and workshops. For example, we have a kitchen, which is there to help students develop their food preparation and cooking skills, an art room, IT classrooms and personal care facilities. I have included some photos of what these areas look like. Let's take a look. This is one of the classrooms on the Foundation Learning Corridor, just to give you an idea of what they look like inside. This may not be your classroom though, just remember I'm using it as an example so you can see what they look like. This kitchen is used by our Foundation Learning Department and the students to help them develop their skills in food preparation and cooking skills. This is the art room, which is used by our Foundation Learning students to make lots of fun and creative items as part of their course. Depending on what course you do with this at college, you may also get the chance to develop some practical skills, such as planting some bulbs and potting plants in our outside garden area, as shown in the pictures on this slide. What do you think the difference is between school and college? Let's have a look at the perks of being a college student. Being a college student is very different to what you currently know at school. For example, in college, you're only required to be in just 3 days a week. For students who are doing foundation learning, you might be in on those 3 days from 9 AM till 4:15. Class sizes are generally small, and you quite often will have support in your class and lots of time to develop in your confidence and your skills. College, you don't need to call your tutor sir or miss. You normally call them by their first name. For example, you would call me Tracy. All staff are friendly and approachable. The environment across all areas is very supportive, but in particular our Foundation Learning Department. You have no school uniform to wear, and you have set times for your lunch and break time with supervision if needed. Although we're a big college, all departments do not have the same time for their lunch breaks. It's a staggered system that we use. As part of your course with us, you will develop confidence and personal life skills as part of the course through work-based learning, improving your English and maths, and visiting local venues such as museums, fire stations and community venues, as well as helping you achieve any personal development goals we may have set. The next slide is just a little something fun for you to get used to college words and lingo. When you start at college, you may notice that we use different words for things that you will be familiar with, we just use a different word for it. For example, for library, here at college we call the library the Learning Resource Centre. Can you have a go at matching the words in blue, which you'll be used to hearing from school, with the words in green? Have a go as part of your class, or as in pairs, or with your personal support worker. Have a look at the courses we do within Foundation Learning. These are the courses we offer in Entry to Learning at our Springfield Centre. If you're unsure which course you should apply for, please speak to your school's careers advisor as a starting point. I hope you enjoyed watching that video, As you can see, our courses are fun and exciting for the students to take part in. We do though ask students to be as organised as they can be for class, to actively take part in lessons and the activities that we're doing, and just be thoughtful to one another's feelings. You might be wondering what sort of items you could bring with you to college. Some of our students will bring a bag to put their stuff in, a packed lunch and a drink to have in the refectory, and some snacks to have at break time. You could bring some stationery items with you to class, such as a pen or a pencil, but your teacher or tutor will tell you what items you need as part of your course. I've put together some other activities for you to do as part of your class. Let's have a look at what the activities are. Activity 1 is all about helping you develop your money skills, but you will need to visit the website on this slide to take part in the game. Activity 2 is a funny story for you to listen to develop your speaking and listening skills. You will need to follow the link as shown on this slide to listen to the story. Enjoy!